Hi there, and welcome to Hyundai Power Products. My name is Adrian, and today we're going to be looking at this HY2000Si generator, and specifically changing the air filter and the spark plug. So the spark plug is located underneath this cover here, and there's a screw in the side. So we'll just undo the screw anti-clockwise and remove the cover. So as we look down inside, you'll see the spark plug cap here on top of the spark plug, and we need to remove it by pulling it up in this direction. So I'll just stick my fingers down in and gently pull off the spark plug cap. Be careful not to yank on this, as you may damage the lead that's entering the cap. So that's the spark plug cap removed, and we'll tuck that to one side. So I'll drop the spark plug spanner down in, locating it over the spark plug, there we are, and unscrew it anti-clockwise. May feel a little resistance to start with, and there we are, it's unscrewed. So by hand now, I'll unscrew the spark plug, anti-clockwise as I said, all the way, and the spark plug will be retained in the end of the spark plug spanner. So this particular spark plug is an E6 RTC. Now these are readily available from our parts department, but if it's not too badly damaged, it can be cleaned. So to clean it, first of all, we wipe off any residue. Perhaps give it a blow with an air line to remove any deposits that are around the spark plug, and then we could brush it with a soft wire brush, a brass wire brush, to remove any further deposits. Again, give it a blow off with some compressed air, and your spark plug will be ready to refit. So normally, to refit a spark plug, I'd recommend that you screw it in with your fingers. If your hands are small enough that you can get down in the hole to screw it in loosely with your fingers, then I'd recommend you do it this way. But I can't get in there, so what I'll do is I will put it back in the spark plug spanner loosely in the end. I'll line it up very carefully and just screw it in clockwise. I can feel that starting. Don't put any effort into screwing this in, it should screw in very easily. If it's tighter than what you can tighten in with your fingers, as you can see I'm doing here, then chances are you haven't got it aligned, or it's going to cross thread the threads in the engine. So just a couple of turns, and that's down tight. And finally, tighten up the spark plug and remove the spark plug spanner. Of course, the final little job is to replace the spark plug cap. Again, it's very difficult for me to show you this. So I'll just align the cap on the end of the spark plug, and the final little job is to push it down into place, back where you got it from. There. And that's the spark plug replaced. Of course, the final job then is to replace the little plastic cover that we removed earlier, tighten up the screw. That's the spark plug changed. So moving on, we need to access the air filter. So I'll just unscrew this cover, 2 screws on the top. There we are. Pull the cover off its 2 poppers or 3 poppers, and that's the cover removed. So the air filter is located behind this plastic cover here inside the air box. So we need to remove this screw first. We can take it out completely. Then we need to pull the front cover of the air box away, and we can slide it across and out of the generator. Pay attention that there's a big letter D on here. It needs to go back in that orientation. So with the cover removed, we can simply remove the air filter out from the housing. Now, these air filters are washable, but replacements are available from our parts department. If you see any dust or debris in the covers or inside this box, it can be wiped out with a damp cloth, and this can be washed, but make sure it's thoroughly dry before you refit the air filter. And again, on the same note, to clean the air filter itself, it can be blown off with some compressed air to remove the residual dust and dirt, and then you can take it to a sink and put some dishwashing fluid on it It can be squeezed in to spread the fluid throughout the foam filter and then rinsed off under a tap until the water runs clean. Once the water runs clean, again squeeze off any excess water and leave it to thoroughly dry, perhaps on a radiator overnight. So once it's thoroughly dry, apply a few drops of engine oil onto the foam of the filter and again give it a squeeze to spread the oil throughout the filter so that it's just slightly oily to the touch, and then the air filter can be replaced. So again, you'll see this top corner has an angle on it here, so that goes top right, and the air filter can be replaced carefully, making sure that it's all tucked in into the air box. So that done, with the cover the right way up, we'll come back in, put the cover back into place, again lining up all the outside edges, there we are, and finally replace the screw, turning it clockwise and tighten down the screw. Of course, the last little job, replace the door. You'll see it's got 3 lugs on the bottom here, 3 holes in the machine. Place the 3 lugs in the 3 holes, hinge it up into position. We'll just push the poppers back into their locations. There we go. And then do up the 2 screws. And that's the air filter changed. Well, I do hope you found this demonstration useful. For more information on this or any of our other products, visit www.hyundaipowerproducts.co.uk. I've been Adrian, and thank you for watching.